Your thoughts? What? What? Who? Nice.
Welcome into this end of the year week. I hope all of you had a great holiday season, had the family coming into town, or if you went out to visit your family, I hope it was a great one, and you, of course, tried your best to stay out of jail. We have a great week of shows, brand new conversations coming down the pipeline. I'm still out of the studio. I'll return January the 6th, but in the meantime, more conversations right here in the heart of the 618 on our daily show on RiverBender.com and Roku TV. I think I'd get better if it wasn't a meat locker down here. Ryan, keep the coat on, man. How's Grid Solar doing?
We're doing really good, man. Doing really good.
Turkey Day okay?
Turkey Day was fantastic.
Now, are you what type of turkey guy are you?
So I make the turkey.
Okay.
And we brine. I do about a 36-hour brine.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you a deep fry in an oil, or are you good for you?
Although I do something a little different. I don't just do 350 or whatever.
Yeah.
Covered. We do 500 degrees for 30 minutes. And then we go down to 350 degrees for about 2 more hours.
You know, I always love, my favorite Thanksgiving tradition is watching the amateurs try to deep fry a turkey.
Oh, yeah.
There is nothing.
Or a frozen turkey.
Oh, God, always the best. It's always. And the drunk uncle didn't even show up yet, and things are getting heated, you know? But I just love watching that type of stuff. And, you know, I was thinking the other day, and I got a little bored, and I started looking at just different things. You know, they make solar-powered, like, smokers and stuff for camping.
I did not.
Yeah, like seriously, I got bored. I'm like, I'm just curious, like, how does one rough it anymore? And turns out one does not need to rough it.
Right, yeah, solar-powered smoker.
Right, I mean, like, could you imagine you're in the middle of Utah, like on a hunting trip, and you're like, you know, man, I can't, it's going to be rough today finding something to eat, and you just throw that brisket in that you've been packing for 2 days.
I mean, to be honest, I'm a solar guy, and I can't imagine a scenario where just rubbing 2 sticks together wouldn't have been a better idea, you know, so, okay.
There you go. So a lot of different stuff now. But with that being said, the snow's coming down today, but you guys are still working.
They are out there, yep.
Good for them.
Yep.
They better be out there.
Hats off. I'd rather be in here with you.
Well, and so what are things kind of looking like right now for you guys as we're into the year mode almost?
So, you know, we're at St. Clair Square. We got the kiosk at St. Clair
how's that
Square.
going?
It's going really good.
Really good.
We're bringing it to the people, basically. But yeah, anybody who is a homeowner can stop by. We have gift cards for, you know, to buy you dinner, or if you're heading to Macy's, we got gift cards for Macy's. So just to stop and talk to us. Just ask us a few questions about solar, you know, a couple minutes of your time, and get a Starbucks gift card. I mean, we have like I said, we'll buy you dinner, lots of different restaurants, local restaurants. And
Man, you guys do it right.
I'll tell you, we try to keep it fun.
Did you notice that I changed disguises the third time I came up?
Yes, Peter.
Yes, Peter. No, when are you guys up at St. Clair? Are you guys always out managing that? Or?
So it's mostly the weekends when everyone else is out there, you know. But, you know, now that we're, you know.
Is it busy out there?
I mean, it's for a mall.
Yeah. Like, being serious. I didn't know a Black Friday would be or Saturday or anything like that.
I mean, again, for a mall, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, I don't know, the mall culture, right? I say go back to the mall.
I do, too. The mall days were the best days. You could walk around, bump into people, grab a cookie, go look at a dog in a window, call it a day, grab some shoes.
I mean, let's be honest. Make fun of a teenager. I mean, let's be honest.
See the old guy that passed out in the massage chair.
You got it.
Well, that's really cool. And honestly, how many people do you talk to that really just are more informed than they realize about solar energy? Because I feel like sometimes people know more than what they think they know, and it's just the reassurance that they're on the right path with their knowledge.
Well, it's not so much about the people, like those are the people who will talk to us.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay,
right?
I'm picking up.
Where they're like, they've learned enough about solar to get that hunger.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's talk to somebody who already knows all this stuff, right? Like, so we become their Google for solar. They ask us questions, and then we just quickly answer them for them, right? The ones that we'd like for them to stop by, which is why we're tempting them with, dinner and Starbucks and stuff like that, right? The ones we'd like to stop by more often are the skeptics.
Right.
Right. And the folks we think that they have they have all the misconceptions and myths about solar. Like they have it wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always like those are the ones that like I personally enjoy talking to the most, is the ones who like had it wrong.
Yeah. Well, and how many of those have you had so far?
Well, again, getting them to stop is fun. It's not like a home and garden show,
right?
Where they're there to talk.
Do you have
a
technique?
I haven't perfected it. We'll say that. I haven't found the thing that works. Like I have found, like the first couple times I did it was hard to give away the gift cards.
Yeah,
like, I'm like 2 minutes.
Let me give you something.
Right. If you're a homeowner and you don't have solar, I will pay you $15 for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I was like, nope. So
see, I'd say something like, "Hey, ugly," and then right when they punch me, I'd have you step in because you're the bigger guy.
Which is why, there you go. Okay, all right, yes. I like it.
Before you hit them, let me tell you about solar.
See, we're trying to be nice about it, though, right? But an opportunity to punch CJ, I don't know.
I'd be the biggest crowd at St. Clair in decades. Could you imagine that if that's what we did for the marketing? You had to punch this kid in the face.
Friday night fights. There you go. Maybe that's what we're missing is a gift card or punch me in the face. It's
and honestly, I get the whole thing because it is when they're in their zone and they're trying to get shopping done and they're just trying to get back to Christmas or Thanksgiving. I'm sure it's hard to stop them, but I honestly could only imagine that being the best time, honestly, to have that conversation, because when someone's a little off guard, that's whenever those defense mechanisms are a little harder to throw up, and you can actually learn.
Sure, and that's actually one of the reasons we try to talk to people on their way in.
Yeah,
because they might have a few extra minutes. The other thing is that we will actually design, like our little sandwich board sign says, we'll design a system for you while you shop.
Oh,
so
wow!
Like just give us the address and we'll have the Google Earth image of your house, and we'll slap some panels on there. And if that tree's still, we'll do the whole thing for you. And then that way, it's like 10 minutes. Like literally, you give us 2 minutes, go shopping, come back, and we're ready for you. Wow. Right? So whenever you're on your way in, give us your address. We'll design a system. When you're on your way out, we'll show you what your system looks like. And, for some people, it's like, if you're not going to move the trees, don't get solar. Yeah. But for other folks, it's like, you have a perfect roof for solar. Like, you could pay less for energy. Your power bill could go down tomorrow if you got solar. You know how many people are going to drive up to St. Clair now for that Macy's gift card? We're going to get the whole crew out there. I would like to buy more. I would be happy to buy more of them. Well, it's really important, though, because, honestly, I think so many times it's, where do people find the time to really start the process and be honest all the way through it and hold the timeline and all of that? Because especially like me, I'm one of those people where I get a hair up my, my butt or whatever, and for 25 minutes, I'm making phone calls. I got 2 bids, and then for 4 days, I'm like, man, I got to find time to do that again. Yeah. And here, you don't have to worry about that disconnect. And I'm not always like up there. Yeah. So I'd love to say everybody who works up there for us knows as much about solar, but they don't. But that's the thing is, like, if that person has a mandate that if you get stumped with a question, give me a call.
Well, and that's honestly what it's for, too, because I think sometimes I get so turned off by the people that, especially, because let's be honest, okay, like, you go to those home and garden shows, and there's a 23-year-old that's trying to tell me about plumbing and all that, and why this shower's the best, and I'm looking at him going, listen, there is no way in hell that you know more about this than, my grandpa who was in, sewers or whatever forever. So I'm like listening. But it's one thing, too, to whenever you can just go, hey, hold on for a second, let me call my boss, because I don't know if that's the answer. Because it shows a more professionalism from you guys instead of just being, the quote-unquote, kind of know-it-all, just sign the contract people.
Right, and we want to be the type of company where it's like, can I talk to the COO or the CEO? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we want to be that kind of...
You don't have to be golfing buddies,
Right. And that's the thing is, like, we've trained everybody up there to know, like to do some simple math on people's power bills, right? So if somebody were to tell them, hey, I have a $200 power bill, okay, that's, $2,400 a year times 10, that's $24,000. That's if they never raise their rates, it's $24,000.
Yeah.
And solar net would cost you less than that. So your ROI is less than 10 years. Boom. That's super easy, quick math that anybody can do. And those are the folks we have up there is like, the tempting math, right?
Yeah.
It's like basically just to kind of get you tempted and be like, okay, now I want to learn more. And then that's when we walk in the door. So
with this weather we got over, on Saturday, did that affect any of the energy usage you got that day? Because I was curious to ask you about this because it was, 2 inches is enough to cover some panels.
Sure. I made the comment when I pulled back up into my house and my panels are completely covered. I was like, well, I'm guessing we didn't get much production today. But again, like when we do the math, that's all in there, right? Over 25 years, there's an average number of days that the panels are covered by snow. And so that's what we take. We don't take what happened last year. We don't take what happened the year before. We take a 25-year average of weather. So, in May, there are exactly, 9.4 cloudy days. I'm like, right. Again, I don't know.
I get what you're saying there, though. Yeah, because I was curious about that. If you ever look up and go, man, we can't afford any more of these cloudy days or anything like that because your calculations already account for that and then some.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's all in there, right?
Yeah.
It's like we don't sit there and go, oh no, cloudy day. Everyone's going to call us getting mad because their production's 0 today. No. And again, that's kind of why what was so great about net metering.
You didn't have to worry. Yeah.
Is again, we could overproduce
and get it back
on day 1, 2, and 3, underproduce day 4, 5, and 6, and be okay.
And how long does it take does snow melt off of those pretty quick?
Yeah,
I was curious about that because with it being kind of that type of glass, I would assume it gets some heat a little bit better.
I found that basically that first time that any black actually shows from the panel, that's when they start to really defrost fast, and that starts to spread.
That's
crazy.
what I really noticed that too, or was curious about.
And actually, for any homeowner out there, I was telling my kids and my wife, I was like, you can tell the people who don't have good attic insulation during a small snow like this, because if you can see, you can see shingles long before you can see shingles on because you can still see nothing but snow on everybody else's roof, but you can see shingles on yours. That means the heat from inside your house is getting through to your attic and heating up your attic. You need more insulation. Great, man.
Now you know how many people are going to be calling roofing people and insulation. God dang it!
The funny thing is actually we do insulation for folks when it makes sense. Like if it's going to help lower your power bill and thus make solar look better and maybe help you buy less solar, we'd rather you buy less solar.
Right. I get that. I totally get that.
I would rather you buy less solar because if you're more efficient, then I can sell you less solar and everybody's happier. So, and if somebody has 2 or 3, 4 inches of insulation in their attic, we will offer to go ahead and help them out with that because it's really not that hard.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good job. Got a moment to stick around?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take a quick break, come back with Ryan, more Grid Solar, right after this one.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for 25%. $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Alrighty. New Year's coming. And by the way, if I hear or see any Facebook posts of this new year, new me BS, oh my God, nothing makes me shake with rage more. I mean, I shake with anger when I see those posts.
You don't like the New Year's resolution?
Well, I like the resolution, but don't say new year, new me when you were puking in the bathroom at the bar at 2:45. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you rung it in.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what was the realization point? Was it before or after the 18 shots of Rumple you did? You know, but you could start off the new year, but I don't know. New job. You guys are looking for reps.
We are absolutely looking for reps. Yep.
So you need some. I'm sure it's a driven job for sure. You have to be self-driven on this.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. You know, I used to be a realtor, and so I actually kind of compare it to being a realtor.
I could see it.
Right. Realtors really bring in most of their own business, right? Now, we try to meet people somewhere in the middle because, again, it's not exactly like being a realtor, but you'll do much better if you have business of your own and you work your referral network and things like that.
Yeah.
But we do provide leads and things like that, and obviously opportunities with the Alton Farmers Market, which obviously closed now, St. Clair Square, but home and garden shows, things like that.
Who would be the ideal candidate?
Ideal candidate is obviously, sales experience is great, but really more than anything, we're looking for people with passion, who can speak, passionately about, solar, honestly. I feel like you have to care about the thing you sell. I've sold lots of different things in my life. I landed on solar because I'll never stop caring about solar. That's why I ended up, coming to the solar industry, is because this will be cool forever.
And honestly, it's really becoming more and more of a point where business is changing that way too, where it seems like, the experienced guys that, really don't have the passion for it. They've just been that, carpet, salesman for industrial for 40 years. People
are getting really burnt out of that type of mindset and attitude. They want to talk to somebody who's a little bit more passionate. And yeah, you know, younger people need some training and need some experience on how to build that referral network or maybe build that base of an organization. But customers and consumers seem to really gravitate towards not really just this high energy, but just the passionate side of things more than anything else anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody was new when they did this at some point, right?
Right.
So, like the first 3 people that I ever sat down to sell solar with, I was unbelievably nervous.
Oh, God, yeah.
And all 3 of them said yes. Mm-hmm. Because the nervousness isn't what came through, but the passion came through. And now, obviously, I'm over 5 years on, so my knowledge is, you know, much farther expanded than it was, you know, back in that day. So you don't have to have like that intricate knowledge right now.
Right.
Like I said, have the passion, the knowledge will come.
And how can people reach out? Is it a commission job?
It is a commission job, right? But again, we always work with people,
right.
So like we can work with people on like things like a draw and stuff like that. I always tell people like you're a carpet salesman or a mattress salesperson, whatever, right? And you're like, maybe I could be happier. Like, do this part-time.
Just to see, yeah. That's where I was going to ask you, because to me, I feel like there's so many people out there that could qualify for this as a part-time thing, because it's not, yeah, it'd be great if you had somebody 12 hours a day that's aggressively working the phones and all that, but honestly, just with someone with a nice network, if they're just on, you know, 2 or 3 days out of the week reaching out to people, you could build a nice kind of pocket for you for the year.
Sure.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my business at this point is now referral business.
I was going to say, yeah,
so
I was about to ask you.
I don't have to put a lot into, you know, getting that business.
It's self-sustaining.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and again, that's, you know, why I compare it to real estate, because real estate's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, like I will literally go with you and help you on every single sale until you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the nice thing about being a small company, is that like if you have the passion, we have the drive to teach you.
This is really cool. And what's the best way for people to reach out if they want to apply?
Honestly, the website.
Okay.
Yep.
That's Grid-Solar, LLC.com.
You got it.
All right. What else is cooking down the pipeline this month, the start of the new year?
Everything's going to batteries, pretty much everything. Like we found our stride for the, you know, Ameren 2025 system design.
Yeah.
You know, usually you're somewhere between 50 and 60% with no battery. Very low net costs once you talk about the incentives coming back, the federal tax credit and the SREC. I have a system that her net was $9,000, and she's cutting her power bill in half, and it will take her 5.5 years to pay the system off.
That's
so
incredible.
Her ROI is 5.5 years.
Wow.
So then
it's better than most car loans.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Like seriously, like not being funny, just doing that, just quick little calculation. I mean, it really is.
Yeah. And then obviously you want to get a higher offset than that. We switched to a battery-based system. Now you have power and the power is out. You can reduce your power bill by more, but now you're not exchanging power with the power company.
Right. All right, when's the Tesla robot going to power my home? Have you seen those things? That is friggin' scary, man. Okay, you can't tell me. When is the
Tesla robot going to crash your car?
That's what I'm saying. Have you seen those things at home? Have you seen the demonstration of this?
No.
It's like iRobot. They look just like the iRobot robots, and it's very frightening. You know, and number one, Elon Musk is getting sued because that is total copyright infringement. Because, like, I'm looking at this going, where's Will Smith, and when is he going to shoot that robot in the head? It's amazing.
Or smack him.
Yeah. Keep that robot's name. Grid-Solar LLC.
Sorry, Will.
What's he going to do? He's still banned from the Academy anyway.
He's been canceled.
Actually, I think I have a higher priority status at the Academy right now than Will Smith. He better be kissing my butt, you know?
Yeah, SAG's trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah. Until, like, the crowd of people just beat my butt before I get to my car today when I leave the building.
I'll watch out for that.
Here we go. All right, Ryan. Hey, what are you guys doing for the Christmas year? This will be the last time I talk to you until after Christmas.
I think so.
Yeah, Yeah. What do you guys do for Christmas? Any traditions?
Actually, we just took everybody out to Dave and Buster's.
Oh, nice.
The entire crew.
How has that been? How's David Buster? I haven't been in a while.
It was very fun. It was fantastic. And then obviously families came. My family came, and so I got to, work 30 minutes to buy a $24 basketball. With tickets, though.
With tickets, that's right.
We're making core memories here, man.
And that basketball is already in the trash. All right, Ryan, we'll talk again soon, man. GridSolarLLC.com. Start your new career today, or if you're somebody that just wants something extra to do, man, perfect opportunity. We'll take a quick break. Margaret Hopkins, she joins us next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Guys.
I got these two knuckleheads.
Sorry, man.
Continues right here on RiverBender.com. It's our daily show. Candidate for trustee Gerard Fisher. How are we doing, man?
Huh?
Well, you need more to do.
I need more to do. My plate is empty. Right?
Well, this is exciting. When we were talking about this, I think that you'd be a great trustee, sir. You don't want my endorsement. I'm not going to do that to you and ruin it. But
yeah.
I think, you have so much passion for the Village of Godfrey, all the fire protection district stuff, plus the work you do with American Family, and then plus on top of that, other organizations. What was the real reason for diving on into this?
Well, the reason is boy, we go way back 6 years ago when I thought about running for trustee for the fire department, and it's been 6 years now, and so my term has ended, and we have had a lot of accomplishments with the fire district and everything. So I just thought I'd shift gears a little bit and stay in the political world and run for Godfrey Village trustee.
Well, it's that Godfrey's really on this precipice of growth, it seems like, where it seems like in the next couple of years, if everything's done the right way, the next 20 are looking really good.
Right.
Is that what you're seeing
Yeah,
too?
that's what I'm seeing too. And Mayor McCormick's done a great job with it.
Yeah.
Has a great vision with it and everything. And so just like to be part of it, to continue the growth.
Now, take me through, the Fire Protection District. Obviously, the big crowning pinnacle is that beautiful fire station that's on Godfrey Road. But what led to all the work leading up to that to get that done?
There was a lot of work. First of all, being a business owner in Godfrey for 29 years, I decided to be a village or a Godfrey fire trustee. When I stepped into that position, the general fund back in 2019 was only about $190,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so some work had to be done, and we applied for a bond to get the bond approved. Now, remember, the bond was approved before COVID.
That's right. Okay, now it's all coming together again. The COVID blur hit you.
Yeah. So, I mean, here we are saying, how much do we ask for?
Right.
We can build a fire station for between $5 and $6 million before COVID.
Right. And then it doubles.
Yeah, I mean, it goes up ridiculous.
Yeah, long story short, that's $8 million.
Right.
So, we were able to build that station for $8 million. Had a project manager involved that helped us out substantially. I mean, I know a little bit about insurance. Matt Horn knows a little bit about real estate. I don't know anything about building a building.
Right.
Well,
especially one that's functional and serves as a first responder. This isn't an office,
we want to make sure it's done right.
Well, and too, it's different. That's another good point, because it's not like you're building this for you. You're building it for 20,000 plus Godfrey residents. How many? I don't know how many there are.
About 16.
But 16,000, residents that are looking at this every day.
Right. And you're building it for the firefighters.
Right.
And something that's going to stay for the next 75, 80 years.
Right.
So we want to make sure it's done right. We did do it right. We, after everything's all said and done, this $5.5 or $6 million project after COVID now turned into $8 million.
Right.
It could have been a lot more if it wasn't for our project manager helping us to work with the other, the general contractor and the architects and everything like that. So that's a great accomplishment to see there.
You saw that. I mean, anyone that's paid attention to those building rates and those stats saw. I mean, that's why I said 10 to 12, because everyone was looking at about 100% increase in their building cost. I mean, that's how crazy it got. I was in Georgetown, Gerard. This was amazing. I was, believe it or not, when I was in pro wrestling, I was helping run the finances and the business side of a construction company, and it was right after the freeze went in and everyone's pipes bursted in Austin. So I got good at talking to insurance companies.
Exactly.
Well, we went in and I said, I was talking to one of them about their Exactimate, and I go, guys, what are you doing here, man? You're saying that this 2x6 or 2x4 is $36. You're kidding me. I go, it's $54. I'm looking at it right now, and that's one piece of wood.
It is.
It's amazing what it did.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, and what did you have to do to stay on your toes for that with that project? I mean, that's a lot of focus.
Well, that was the purpose of hiring a project manager, so he would stay on top of it and everything.
Smart.
They did, and everything turned out fantastic. And I think everybody in Godfrey saw that it was, we put the shovel to the ground in February of 2023 and opened it up in March of 2024. So it was
You're right. That was a quick. If only you built the car wash.
CJ, I was going to leave that to you. I wasn't going to say that, but I knew you'd throw that in there.
I'm telling you, whenever I go missing, look for the car wash people. That's all I'm saying.
It is starting to look good, though.
It is actually looking really good. What's funny is I was kind of mad. I drove by it the other day and went, if only it looked bad so I could actually make this more funny. Now the joke's on me.
So, same thing my wife said. She says, that thing is starting to look pretty good, pretty attractive. I said, yeah, it is.
Well, and with all the things happening too, when it comes to running for office, I think the biggest disconnect, because we all think that, not all of us, but the ones that want to run think, we can do this.
Right.
But you learn so much in those couple of months, that first couple of months you're in office, and being a trustee for the Fire Protection District, do you think that really has helped you kind of prepare and understand what this role is?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we built a great relationship with the Village of Godfrey. I mean, I think since I've been there, the relationship has strengthened between the Fire Protection District and the Village of Godfrey. I don't think too many people realize that they are two separate entities.
Yeah.
And that, there's a board that runs the Fire District and there's a board that runs the Village of Godfrey. But yeah, the relationship has been strong. There are a lot of things that we learn. You learn when you're in there, and that's why I really enjoyed being involved with the firefighters. They'll be part of my life forever. They're great guys, and we are so blessed to have these firefighters in Godfrey.
Well, 100%, and good for for the firefighters to know that there's advocates in municipality positions that say, "Hey, we're going to get through this. We're going to get you some good upgrades," because the night and day transition from where they were to where they are now is it's amazing.
Right.
Well, and with that being said, if it's the old firehouse on Delmar, what was the plan? Was that recently sold?
Yes, the Delmar has been sold.
Okay,
yes.
I'm sorry,
and that was handed over to the village, and the village could have done.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was both the fire stations were exchanged for the property of the old highway house.
Thank you for clarifying. I've always been kind of curious about that, how that worked out. Okay,
right.
perfect.
And it's a win-win for both the fire district
Really was.
and the village. Just a win-win-win for the Godfrey.
Yeah, I mean, well, and too with Godfrey, what I think so unique about what's going on in Godfrey is it seems like the growth is on all spokes of the wheel. From people get mad at me. I like the roundabout. I really, I do. But I think it's great. I like the Woodman Trail. I think there's business development going on, but also you have something that other towns don't have in that space. And, with that, do you think that there's more growth on the horizon, more building that you think can be done?
Oh, absolutely. There is more growth, especially in the northern part of Godfrey. Mm-hmm. I believe from what I hear is that square mileage wise, Godfrey is the second biggest city or village in the state of Illinois.
I could see it easily. Yeah. Well, and you have the highway that comes right on in there and all this beautiful space to use too. Correct. So there's a lot at your guys' disposal. Right.
And we're seeing the village, you're seeing the construction right now north of the Dollar Tree. Yep. So a big top shelf liquor store is being put in there and everything. So I think once you see that up, I think you're going to start to see more growth.
Well, and too, it brings up another good point I didn't even think about is, another aspect of Godfrey is the fact that you have a state managed road that's through your, entire thoroughfare.
Absolutely.
How important is the communication from your guys' local offices and trustees having those conversations personally in the mayor's office, then also relaying that to IDOT? Because to me, it seems like that conversation's the most important.
Right, and I think the mayor and the village works very well with the communication on that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask you, what's on top of your mind when you're running? What are you looking? What are the top 4 or 5 things, or top 2?
I'm just looking to continue the path that it's taken now. I think
I like it.
Like I said, Mayor, you got a good quarterback in there. You don't need to bring in a new quarterback. I think Mayor McCormick's been doing a great job with it. The vision is great. I'd like to help support him with growth. Mm-hmm. I truthfully don't know where they're at with the rec center, but
that's right. That's very right. I forgot about that.
Well, be willing to take a look at that, and hopefully, with myself being in there, can utilize the same approach we did on the firehouse. As far as the rec center, of how much money it saved the fire district with the project manager looking that route for the rec center.
Well, and that's a huge point because sports tourism is not going anywhere. And it's something I've been having conversations with Corey Job about and others is you have the space. Soccer is one of the most participated sports in the state and in the country. And you got baseball and all these other things. Plus now the pickleball craze that's coming in, you have space to utilize it. Build it and they'll come.
Right. And I'm not saying that.
Oh, yeah. No, not putting words in your mouth.
I'm not saying that we need to build it or anything.
No.
We need to look.
It's a great idea.
Take a bigger look at that.
I like it, though. You know what I like? It's refreshing to not hear someone come on and go, well, I'm changing the world here. Right. It's just, let's support this. Here's my thought. It's going good, so let's keep helping.
Right.
Like it.
Let's move forward and keep it growing.
Look at that, Gerard. How about that? Hey, you got a moment to stick around?
Yes, absolutely.
We got to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll come back with more Gerard Fisher right after this. Oh, but right now, Gerard Fisher.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Just see those sleigh bells jingle and ring, tingle, tingling too. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-ding, come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-ding, come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Welcome back. Sorry. Not on this date in history. This is Gerard Fisher. He's the candidate for trustee for Village of Godfrey. One of them anyway. I think before we go any further, I want to circle back to this general fund because it's been on the top of my mind. 2019, you got what, 190,000?
Yeah, 190,000 in there.
Now where are we at? If you don't, you had the fire.
Now with the new building and everything going on, we're over $2 million in the general fund. So we've done a great job.
Wow. Wow. So in 5 years, you're talking $2 million.
Right.
That's incredible. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
What do you attribute that to?
I think we've just been smart with our spending and being cautious and everything. And that even includes paying off the construction loan of the over of what we had on our bond money. So we paid that construction loan off as well.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm not being funny.
Yeah,
I thought that would have been kind of the caveat to this.
So the only debt we have right now is on the bond. However, one of the things that we have approved, and we do have a ladder truck that's ordered, and it should be here in February, March, April.
Needed.
And it's something that's needed in the Godfrey area. So we will have a new addition to our fleet of a ladder truck.
Well, and another thing that I think is needed, and anyone that's watched this show during the time it happened knew that I was not very happy with the fact that I feel like Godfrey missed an opportunity with survival flight.
Yes.
I felt like there could have been, especially with the way Godfrey's geography is. You're going from municipal to rural to all these different aspects of how long it could take for someone to get there. We've had ambulance services on talking about this really big issue of this turnaround time and wait time.
It is a big turnaround and wait time, and we've addressed it. And it's not just a Godfrey problem.
No.
It's not a Madison County problem. It's a state problem. It's a nation problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough on that. There's been some wait times. I know the chief has record on it where they're waiting on some ambulance services 30-40 minutes, and it's no knock on any other ambulance service.
No.
Everybody else is doing a great job.
Yeah.
It's just the more opportunity we have to bring an ambulance service into our community, the better off the Village of Godfrey will be.
And the thing I think of too is it does so much more than just saving lives. We're talking job creation. We're talking, bringing people into the village to live maybe for the first time or around it to be a part. There's just a lot that goes in there.
Correct.
But the thing that breaks my heart is, 30, 40 minutes, if you're having an AFib attack or you're having a serious medical episode, that's not looking promising.
Right.
So it's good to know. It's just my thought on the thing.
Yeah, and my same thoughts too, and that's one of the reasons why I'd like to run for trustee on this. We just saw in the paper, like within the last month, Survival Flight moved into Roxana area, right? And what did they move into? An old firehouse.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So.
Well, and with that being said, too, going back to this $2 million budget or the $2 million that's in this general fund, is it one of those things? Because to me, if something's going good, I'm staying there until it goes bad, and then somebody else can kind of take the. That's just me. That's just me.
No.
But is it one of those things you just feel confident?
I feel very confident, and I felt like there's been a lot of accomplishments that, during my tenure, and I'm not saying I did it all or anything like that. No way of that. But during my tenure, we've had that increase happen. We managed our money well. Now we're up to where we have 5 firefighters on each shift.
Wow.
So that's great. We have a total of 15.
Not a lot of towns have that.
No.
Wow.
So that's fantastic for the firefighters. The firefighters' morale right now is great.
Have you seen the Facebook page?
Yeah.
They're having fun.
They are having fun. And they're training a lot and everything.
Yeah.
They do a lot.
Well, and that's what I think so cool about this is it's seeing the fact that they have obviously one of the most stressful jobs in the world being a first responder. Right. But when you're able to be provided a training space, a learning center, and then you're able to have a little bit of a morale boost on social media, gosh dang, why wouldn't you want to work there?
Exactly. I mean, we just had 2 new hires that went through training in Champaign. Yep. Their 10-week training in Champaign. They're back on force. I was there this morning and talking to one of them, and he just absolutely loves coming to work.
That's a good problem to have.
And he's like, I love this place and everything. And the thing is again, I think I mentioned we opened up March 1.
Yeah.
But I was in there today. The place looks just much brand new as it does today than it does March 1.
That's good.
They have, the firefighters take really good care of it. They're always cleaning. They're always mopping. They're always making that thing look spick and span. It's a fantastic facility.
Well, and getting into, back a little bit more into the trustee side of things for just the village, you've had a different position than most because you talk to a lot of people, and not in terms of, business or making sales, but just people, their problems, what they're going through. Do you think that's going to help you with the communication process?
That's going to help a lot, and especially, if people would support me and vote me as a village trustee. I'm not the smartest tool in the shed or anything, but I have a network of people that I can contact. And hey, how do we handle this? How do we handle that? And that's how you become successful.
Well, and I think with the trustee side of things, people try to make alderman and trustee grandiose positions when in all reality you're just picking up the phone and listening sometimes. Right. People just want to talk and say, here's what I'm going through.
Well, and that's what people, especially with
that's what I'm getting
my
at.
business with American Family. They're like, Gerard, how do you do it? You're doing so well with the agency. Well, I hire people smarter than me and I get out of the way.
Right. Exactly right. They always that's the same thing with the show. They're like, how do you get all these things? Talk to them. I'm just talking to the microphone.
Exactly.
And I think that shows what it means to really be a team, because Godfrey's a team, and no matter what the political side of things does for the next 3 months until April 1st, at the end of the day, April 2nd, we're on the team again. Right. We got to drive forward.
We're on the team. Yeah. No matter what, we're still on the team. And I mean, the community events that we just did, like I just
that
saw
was cool. Yeah.
That Santa breakfast with Santa.
Yeah.
What a fantastic event. Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
It really
event.
was.
Yeah.
And I think those go such a long, because life's stressful right now.
Yes.
I mean, it really is. And so to have these things where, for at least 30 minutes, I'm not thinking about the bill that's due tomorrow. Right. Life's pretty good.
Yeah.
For at least for the 30 minutes.
It is. And to see the faces on the children's eyes, on Saturday and everything.
Oh, that was cool.
That was cool.
Well, and you'll see the North Alton Godfrey Christmas highlight video will be coming out soon. I'm still working on the final touches, but I got a lot of the kids meeting Santa and Mrs. Claus and having some fun. And the reason I went back to that customer service side is because, I was just talking before we came on there. I'm like, Gerard, listen, I got the roof problem, but now I got this window well problem. I don't want to touch the roof if I got to fix the basement, but it's one of those things where people are going to have really bad problems or maybe some nasty things to, say because the way they feel things are going.
Sure.
And to me, being an effective trustee isn't just going, well, hello, how are you?
Right.
It's being able to handle those situations
and to listen.
Yeah.
Listens to people.
That's what I meant. Not trying to patronize you or say, I support, but I just think that's very important in this role.
Yes.
Well, and I got to ask you, are you excited about the Woodman Trail here?
I am.
Yeah.
I was there for the ribbon cutting on that as well.
I saw, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was deja vu all over again,
So I was there to be able to attend that, and I'm really excited to see be phase 3, and hopefully I can be a part of that by being on the team of the village trustees by that time, because I think they're going to start construction in the summertime, which will connect all the way over to Glazebrook. So I'm looking forward to that.
I just think it's a great idea. I mean, you have the space, utilize the space, and what a great donation too of land, correct?
Exactly. And the ironic thing of it is that when I first became an agent with American Family, the location where I'm at now, I bought the house from the Widman family. So,
that's full circle. Huh?
Yeah, so it has a little bit of a full circle there for me. So.
What have you been hearing just talking with people about this? Saying, hey, I'm going to take a shot at the trustee seat, one of them. What are their thoughts? What are they facing, their challenges or anything you're hearing?
I'm seeing a lot of support and everything.
Good.
So
good.
I think we'll be fine.
Is there anything on the top of their mind? Is it like street repairs? Is it roundabout? I mean, not being funny, is it the roundabout? Is there any concerns?
And I think the roundabout is more of the IDOT.
You're right.
Situation. It's just if Godfrey will accept the funds or not, and I think that's Godfrey accepts it.
Yeah.
Who's going to turn down $12 million or whatever it is, right?
Whenever we did the roundabout show, that was what sold me, because it's like, when else are you going to get this offer?
Right, right. And I'm glad to see that they came back and redesigned of how it's going to work and everything, so that we'll always have a way to get through it. And I was even being on the fire trustee, we wanted to make sure we had some.
You're right. You're 100% right.
For first responders.
I didn't even think about that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I meant. So is there? So it's really just kind of a support message. It's not, hey, Gerard, go fix my road right now. Well, and I think it just goes back. You have this unique geography, because in Alton, you're in a town. I mean, granted, you have some outlying spots in Fosterburg or other, maybe more rural portions, but for the most part, you're in a neighborhood.
Right.
But in Godfrey, when you get out to Airport Road and you see, just the rural side of things, and past that, you got to represent them too and make sure that you're doing it. And I love talking about the ambulances, and I think it's important to know that you're there looking for it.
Absolutely. And not to get back on the ambulances, but that would have been a great location because you're right there.
Yep.
The railroad tracks on Tully Lane are can be a nuisance sometimes, so you're right there next to them. So that would have been.
Do you know how many times I was late to school because of that? Well,
how many times you weren't?
That's what I was getting ready to say. How many times I told them it was because of that train?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Well, as the race gets closer and closer, I just wish it wasn't on April 1st. Can we have bumped it one day?
I know. Everybody's like, no, really, what day is it? It's April 1st.
Gosh. But I would like to talk to you again as the campaign starts to heat up a little bit.
Would love to. Love to be back.
Really, thank you for the support on the show with American Family, and thanks for being a good insurance agent too.
Thank you.
Because even before we talked about his race, he was still here because, American Family Insurance is always there to look out for you, even over themselves.
That's
How
right.
about that?
That's right.
Well, did I tell you the story whenever they did the roast to Karen? Over there, and I said the best joke would have been, like a good neighbor, Gerard Fisher's there.
Yeah, that's right. I wish I could have roasted that.
I was ready for it. And I botched it this time. All right, Gerard, I'll let you go. But always great talking. Come back soon.
You bet.
More of our daily show continues as 2024 continues to come to a close right after this on RiverBender.com. And get over here, Roku TV.
Since
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating & Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating & Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating & Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good. Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to Our Daily Show. And, you know, we have had numerous press releases on RiverBender.com talking about Lewis and Clark as a whole, but also College for Life and this really great program. And I'm glad we get to talk about it a little bit more today. We got Nikki, Jay, and Melissa in the studio. How are we doing this morning?
All right.
We're good.
Really cool.
I'm great. I'm great.
Well, Nikki, thanks for stopping by and bringing the students so we can really talk about this. And right off the bat, let's dive in. How long have you been an instructor with the program?
So this is going to be my 4th year, going on my 5th year, but I've been with Lewis and Clark as a whole for 8 years.
Okay. How's the experience been?
Oh, it's great. They always joke at LC that I'm like the biggest Lewis and Clark cheerleader. I love LC. I love it for these guys. I love it for credit students. It's a great way to start off your education, I think.
100% over. And honestly, Lewis and Clark, it looks like more than a D3 university and all the grant funding, all the opportunities there.
Yes.
And the more we talk about, that's a great thing. And we get to talk about cool programs like College for Life. And Jay, you are the veteran in the room of College for Life. You've been there longer than Nikki has.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the program?
It's fun. It's a nice program. I like it.
And what made you start the program?
Oh, I didn't want to stay at home.
Good answer right there. And what are some of the things that you've been able to do in the program, if you don't mind me asking?
I've been able to do art, coffee cart, and being on stage.
Really cool.
Yes.
And now the coffee cart's been a big hit throughout the campus, hasn't it? Like, that's been pretty much superstar status for you guys, hasn't it? From what I've heard.
Yes, it's really great. Can you tell them what you sell at the coffee cart?
Oh, we sell coffee. We sell Icy Joe's, coffee, and tea.
Really cool.
Yeah, and hot chocolate.
Yes, and we just want to give a really big shout out to Steve at Bunkhouse Joe's.
He's a great guy.
Who has made that possible for us for the coffee, huh?
Yes.
He's been really great. And tell him this really cool opportunity that you've got thanks to the coffee.
I got a scholarship.
Did you really?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes.
That's awesome. And how many, I got to ask you, how many students are you guys serving through that coffee cart?
We serve the whole school.
Quite a bit. Do you have a big line every morning?
Yes. Yes.
And how long has the coffee cart been in operation?
So that's probably about two years now,
Okay.
right?
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years.
So yeah,
Really
Jay
cool.
got one of the coffee cart scholarships, and then tell him about what happened.
And I've worked with Mr. Joe on Saturday at farmers market.
That's really cool.
In Alton.
Well, and how great is it to say that, and honestly, Jay, like the College for Life program has given you the opportunity really to go out and be a part of the community and do things like that. That's incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
It is. And now the farmers market, though, Jay, is a big deal. There's a lot of people at that farmers market.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a little longer line than school, huh?
Now, I got to ask you, did all the training at Lewis and Clark prepare you for the work that you were going to do at the farmers market?
Yes.
Yeah, a good answer right there. Yes. Well, and Jay, we'll come back and talk here in a couple of seconds. But Melissa, I got to get to know a little bit about you too. How long have you been with the College for Life program?
4.
4 years. Now, I got to ask you, what's been the best part of being just in the program?
I've been making new friends because I don't normally have many friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. Well, and honestly, that's something that, being serious, I even have a struggle with because, I'm not a very, very outgoing person, believe it or not. Like, I talk into a microphone and that's fun, but I have a tough time meeting new friends. And ever since I left school, that's been the hardest part for me is trying to kind of find my group. And it seems like everyone really gets along in the program. Is that true?
Yeah, it is really true. And, we are friends, students and teachers.
Really cool.
The teachers feel like friends and family than just normal teachers, honestly.
Is Nikki doing a good job?
Yeah, she's a celebrity there.
She's a celebrity.
People crowd her.
Well, and I got to ask you, what is some of the fun that you've had in the program? Have you been able to do some cool stuff?
Yeah, I've been really loving doing the art program. I also had a class in the coffee cart. That was really fun, too.
What was your role in the coffee cart? Were you serving students, too?
Well, kind of, but I made some posters for them.
Really? See, I cannot make anything. I am not good at drawing, painting, printing. Are you pretty good?
Yeah, the thing is, I remember I made one poster by hand and then the other one on a phone.
Really cool.
Yeah, one was for Halloween. I made a little ghost.
That's awesome.
Holding like the coffee cart sign, didn't you? Yeah, with like a coffee, and he's like, it was so cute. We hung them around campus.
Well, and it seems like everyone's really good at working together and using their strengths and being a team to really get the word out on this too. Because honestly, the coffee cart, all seriousness, has been one of the most talked about kind of things in press releases and stories, and I think it shows because of teamwork like this.
Yeah,
really cool. And do you guys do field trips and stuff like that and get to go places, or is it mostly inside Lewis and Clark, Nikki?
Yeah, so it's inside Lewis and Clark.
Okay.
It's hard to take everybody, right? Because we don't have a bus.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But just today, our healthy snacking class was walking over to Ruler Foods.
Really cool.
Yeah, to buy the ingredients for their class and purchase those together so they learn how to use the money and how to find where it's at the store. So they were just walking over there when we were leaving, weren't they?
Yes.
That's incredible. So. Well, and honestly, you get to do cool stuff like this and come on the show and talk about it,
Yeah, to tell more people of the really cool classes you guys get to take.
Well, and how long are you at school each day, guys, if you don't mind me asking? Do you know?
I'm there till 2:30.
About 2:30?
Yes.
I think I'm there from...
Probably, I think you're there from 9:30 to
2:20.
Okay. Well, that's still a full day. And take me through some of the classes that you guys do, because this is where I think it's really cool. I mean, honestly, I seen some of the pictures, and it just seems like we're learning and all of that, but we're also just having a lot of fun while we're doing it and just enjoying it too.
Yeah.
What are some of the classes you all do?
I've been doing this year. I'm taking the sewing class.
You are?
Really cool.
Yes.
That is awesome. What have you learned to sew?
Quilts.
No kidding?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Honestly, that's really incredible, Jay.
Yeah.
And then what else did you sew with Regina? Regina's our instructor for sewing.
Okay, gotcha.
So she's probably the sewing queen. I don't think anyone else could take. Regina could take that on. But what else? So you did a quilt, and there was another project you guys did, didn't you? Or am I thinking of last year? Probably last year. Last year they made bell-bottom pants.
That's
and,
really
it
cool.
was really cool. Oh yeah, you weren't in that one.
What? How big? What is it? A big quilt?
Yes.
That's man.
It's a nice size quilt.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably about the size of that back thing right there.
Size that.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty good size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Now, have you ever sewn before you took the class?
No.
So first time doing it?
Yes.
That's even more incredible, too. And any other classes, Jay, that you've been taking?
Yeah. Criminal justice and self-advocacy and coffee cart.
That's incredible. And what have you learned in what have you learned in criminal justice? So I always wanted to be a lawyer, believe it or not. And then I realized that I'd have to go to school for a really long time, and I opted for media instead. What are you learning in criminal
crime?
And
how to solve crimes.
Really cool.
Yeah, so I teach that class, and we have a lot of fun with that. So we watch forensic files, and we take notes, and we collect the evidence along with the forensic files, and we try to solve the crime before they give us the answer, and then tell them some of the cool activities we've done. Do you want to tell them about crimes we've solved?
We solve crimes about flowers and bones.
I'll elaborate. Bones and flowers, yeah. So we there's always a crime that happens on campus.
Okay.
And I get, which is so great. Again, a shout out to Lewis and Clark for all the different people I work with in different departments who always want to be a part of it. And so they have to solve a crime on campus, and the first one they had to solve was someone stole Blazer's dog treats.
Man, you guys catch them?
We did. And we found all the evidence we collected, and we found who the culprit was. And do you remember who it was?
And it was the...
do you need me to remind you?
Yes. Dr. T.
I figured it was.
It was him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He stole those doggy bones.
See, I just think that's really cool, and honestly, really great classes to learn about too. I mean, that's really important stuff. And then to honestly, Jay, be a part of the coffee cart and serving the students and all that, and being a part of that interaction, it's really, really important too.
Yes.
And honestly, I'm sure there'd be a lot of upset kids if the coffee cart wasn't walking or wasn't operational.
Yeah, he was just delivering some coffee today, going down delivering people coffee.
Awesome.
Deliver coffee today.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just got off work.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can get off of work here soon too. Melissa, what are some of the classes you've taken this semester?
Harry Potter.
So I saw this one, and I'm kind of jealous. This is the thing that kind of set off my intrigue, if you will. I saw this class, and honestly, how cool was that? Have you learned some spells and all of that too?
Yeah, we made a book that we wrote our stuff in, and just recently we made a schedule.
Really cool.
If we were at Hogwarts.
Now, are you a big Harry Potter person?
Not big, but big enough that I like the stuff in it. My aunt introduced me to it, so.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big Potterhead. I really am. I'm a Half-Blood Prince Harry Potter. Like, that is to me the best book and all that. But now, with that, what's your favorite part of the Harry Potter class? Is there a favorite spell that you cast, or what's your favorite part of the scheduling that you're able to kind of come up with?
I liked when we made the potions, actually.
Oh, really? What was that entailing?
Well, some of them were we could drink, and then some of them we made out of resin.
That's cool.
It was resin.
No.
Glue.
Okay.
Yeah.
But honestly, now did you have some? See, I would be the person in potion class that way over mixes something and has just not a good experience. Did that happen in potion class at all?
Kinda. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She put too much cinnamon.
On
accident.
Oh yes, and the drinks that we were drinking, I forgot the cinnamon thing came open, and I took that drink, but it was like all this cinnamon, and I was like, ugh.
Do y'all have a moment to stick around so I can take a quick break?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break here and come back with more of this great conversation. You stay there. We'll stay here right in studio on Roku TV and RiverBender.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1,000,000. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
How that in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. What tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy.
Welcome back, Daily Show.
Tidings of comfort
College for
and
life.
joy.
You know, I think I might quit the job and try to join because this is too much.
You should. It's great.
Well, it really does seem like, for everybody, because with college comes, and any schooling and education comes the stress level and factor, but whenever you're learning as a unit, and it seems like even as a teacher, you're learning as well, it seems like a really healthy way to grow in ways, Nikki, that's not just, personally, but, also for community-wide. And this seems just like a really comprehensive package of what education should really look like.
I totally agree with you. I mean, Lewis and Clark's mission statement is encouraging students, and that is what this program is basically
100%.
about. It is, I think, the core of what LC's mission statement is. Mm-hmm. And as a teacher, it is extremely rewarding to see them continue to grow as years to come. We have several who were very, very shy. Even Melissa included was very shy.
Oh, you weren't shy, Melissa.
And now, she's making friends. She's going to other places to do art.
Yeah.
She really wants to get her art out there, and she's such an amazing artist, And then you have Jay, who's working at the coffee cart and doing stuff for our community, which is so rewarding.
Well, and that's really what I think it's so important for the term community. That is community at its best, and really in all the right ways too. Getting back into this, what's 2025 look like for College for Life? Is there anything coming down the pipeline that you guys are looking forward to, or any projects, plans?
We are looking forward to just making our program even better, and just getting more people to know about it. So we have another campus at Edwardsville. It's our Nelson campus. So we have about 180 students in College for Life.
Wow.
Divided between the two campuses.
Wow,
So
that's incredible.
It really is. So we have our Nelson campus, and I just want to give that a big shout out because it's really cool. They have a Nell Cafe there where the students work and serve lunch. Cool. And I just found out they've served over 300 lunches to the Nelson campus.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
which is
incredible.
really cool.
Yeah.
And they also have a blog class that they're learning how to, do podcasts and like how to blog about things, which is really neat. And it's so cool seeing how then they take it and then do their own little spin as individuals.
Really cool. Well, and honestly, Nikki, you're right. It's all across the board throughout Madison County. And the more that we highlight and talk about this, number one, the better it gets for the program, but also the better it gets for our community because we have so many great organizations like Challenge Unlimited that help provide those employment opportunities. And we talk about that on the show all the time and how important that is and how there's a growing need for jobs. And I mean, this goes a heck of a long way in the grand scheme of the big puzzle. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It truly is.
It really is. And I just want to people to know because they see people with adults with disabilities and sometimes people don't approach them and the only thing they all really want to be is included.
Right.
Don't we all though? We all want to be included. Just like Melissa was saying, like friends, even you after school, it's so hard to meet people and to be friends. And I just wish people saw them the way I see them, just as these beautiful individuals who, once you talk to them and interact, you're just like, wow.
Yeah, we're having some fun. I mean, this has been great, Well, and Jay, what are your do your classes change when the semester rolls over?
Yes.
So what's the spring semester look like? Are you taking any new classes?
Do you remember what you're taking?
I don't even remember what I had for breakfast.
Schedule.
That's okay that you didn't.
I don't even know what I had for breakfast today, Jay. Melissa, do you know any of the classes that are coming up for you yet?
I'm going back to it in the fall because I'm going to be focusing on art in the spring and the summer.
Really cool. What are you going to be just kind of at home or going to different places and doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
Take your time.
Yeah.
There's a building in my town where there's like an art classes I'm going to try to do.
Really cool.
Yeah, she wants to get her art out there. So she's taking a semester off, which a lot of our students do, and then they come back in like fall or spring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really cool. So. And now, do you have what's your big plan? What's your goal with it? Do you hope that that you just get to keep featuring your art up there this spring?
So he wants to know what your goal is with your art. Like, what do you want to try to accomplish?
I want to one day make money with my art.
Yeah, great goal. Well, and honestly, it seems like just from here, I mean, if you can do the digital side of things and you can use your talents, like your artistic talents and drawing and paint, you're off to the races. That's so incredible. Well, and that's what I think is really cool is that it really showcases what life's about. Because in college, I think that's always been a little bit of my disconnect with it. Because in jobs and careers and all this stuff that I've been able to do in 7 years in media, I realized that not everyone's on the same schedule, not everyone's on the same path, and not everyone has the same stuff going at home. And to act like we do that is kind of digressing to growth. It doesn't really help. So to have a thing where we're all growing together, have different strengths and weaknesses and different interests, that's how all school should be.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, It's just a simple equation. That's to me anyway what it should be like. Yes. Jay, if someone asked you, Jay, if I came up to you tomorrow, and let's say we didn't meet today, so we got to pretend this didn't happen. And if I asked you, I said, Jay, I want to join College for Life. Why should I join the program? What would you tell me?
Because College for Life is fun. You get to meet lots of friends and learn new things.
Really cool. That's the best. Honestly, that's the best commercial you could give anybody.
Really, yeah.
Melissa, do you have anything you'd like to add to what Jay just said to that?
I don't know.
Honestly, he did such a good job. I wouldn't have had anything to say either. Yeah. Well, and Nikki, for folks that are interested in College for Life, and this is where the big drive factor for me comes in, because the more folks we can get to talk about this and be a part of it and help support it, let's do it. You know? How can someone look into College for Life? How do we know if it's going to be right for us, whomever we're representing, all of that good stuff?
Yeah, so we have a really great website on Lewis and Clark's.
Oh, do you?
Yes, so it is www.lc.edu, and I believe it's just /College for Life. And that kind of explains what our program is. Rosie Ellington is the program coordinator for the whole program. She is amazing. We love Rosie, don't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Good macaroons.
She makes good macarons?
Yes. She bakes really well. And she is just all for College for Life, isn't she? She just wants the best for all of that.
That is the website. See, I pull up on the fly pretty quick.
Yeah.
Look at that. And you can learn more about College for Life, folks. This is such an incredible thing. And again, it just shows you why community colleges are so important. And the opportunities, and it's not because my dad teaches there or whatever, and I played there and there's history. It's the fact that Lewis and Clark is a good school.
It really is.
It's just for what all that you can get out of Lewis and Clark from any sector of education and trades and vocation, it's well worth the 2 years, because so many times I know kids that went off to that big D1 college and then not even 2 months later they were back home, and it could have just started a lot easier by going to Lewis and Clark and maybe getting the kinks out that way.
I see it all the time. I work in another department besides with these sweeties. I work in a student success center.
Okay.
So, and I have my degree in graphic design from Lewis and Clark and all of that. And I see it all the time when tutoring students. They didn't do well at that D1, 4-year university, fresh out of high school. And they're like, oh, I didn't know nobody was going to pressure me to get my homework in,
Yep.
It happens all the time.
Well, and before I let all of you go, we were taping the shows ahead because I actually got a little bit of a vacation. And this is aired on the 26th, but I got to ask everyone in the room, what are your holiday plans? Do you all celebrate Christmas? Do you guys have any traditions that you want to share? Because mine, honestly, is I have to take like a whole weekend and I just don't move from my couch, look at the TV, and I just watch Christmas movies for 3 days. That's mine.
Sounds so fun.
Yeah, I celebrate Christmas with my family.
Really cool.
Yes.
That's really cool. Melissa, do you celebrate?
Yeah.
With the family too?
Yep.
What's your favorite Christmas cookie? This is my tough question for you, Melissa. Did you have a favorite cookie for Christmas?
My aunt's cooking.
Oh, honestly, that's fair to go. Jay, let me ask you, do you have a favorite Christmas cookie, favorite Christmas dessert or food?
Pie.
Oh, good call. My cousin Leanne always makes chocolate pie. 9 times out of 10, it never turns out worth a darn, and we got to throw it out. The last couple, though, have looked okay. We're hanging in there. With that being said, you can learn more by going to lc.edu/academic-programs/college-4-life, and we'll link everything in an article on RiverBender.com. And Nikki, Jay, and Melissa, thanks for hanging out with me today.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. This was great. You're welcome back anytime. Come back and we'll keep promoting and get more people to join College for Life.
We really appreciate that.
More Daily Show will hit you right around this commercial break on, this December morning. I forget which one. The 26th, I believe, is when this is airing, right here on RiverBender.com.
Yes.
Get over here, Roku TV.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW in Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
A lovely day.
10:35 on this last Monday of December. We're here. Mary Cordes, Executive Director of Hayner Library. Been a good year for you.
It has been a really good year. It's been a very good year.
So at this point in time, is it kind of to kick the feet up for at least 2 days until you got to go back to?
Yeah, we're going to be closed the 31st and the 1st, so we have a couple of days off. And yeah, our programs usually the last 2 weeks of December are kind of a little slower. People aren't really in the library as much for programs as they normally are, and so we kind of have some passive programs this last week, and we'll take a sort of a little bit of a pause and then start back up in January.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And now, it's a good time to really talk about it because the newsletter literally just
came out.
Just came out into my mailbox.
It did.
There we go.
In your mailbox.
And there's a lot to be talking about to start the 2025 year off.
Yeah. So we've got some stuff coming up. We've got some new performances, some new performers that are going to be coming, and that'll be later in the winter. This newsletter covers January, February, March. So we have a performer coming in February. You can mark your calendars for it. It's Amy Cammy, and she's going to be coming. Amy Conradi Cammy. She's going to be coming, and she's going to be performing with her harp. So she's a very talented harpist, and she's going to be doing a program called Compassionate Connections: Harp Music for the Soul. So you can come and learn how to relax and de-stress.
What date is that on again?
That is going to be February 11th. So we've got a little bit of time for that.
Well, that's
February 11th at 6:30 p.m.
Where at?
At the mall, upstairs in the performance room.
And then registration ahead of time?
Yep, you can just call and register for that. That's the 1-800-613-3163, or go onto our website and it'll all be on there.
Especially around February, because it seems like, February, especially the end of January, even though it's my birthday and all that, it's like the weirdest thing for me because you try to celebrate your birthday in the middle of January.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God.
Yeah, my sister's birthday's on the 2nd, January 2nd. So it's like, Happy New Year and birthday.
Yeah.
It's all kind of at the same time.
Well, and, everyone starts, especially if you're dealing with somebody who has, like Alzheimer's or dementia, that time of the year is hard enough as it is. Plus someone that's going through that battle of a lifetime.
Yeah.
It's really good that you guys are having this communicating effectively and responding to dementia-related behaviors, the empowered caregiver. It's February the 20th. That's President's Day, isn't it?
It is. We're going to have, we have February 20th at 6 p.m. It's a 3-part series. And so what's important is you can come to one, or you can come to all 3, or you can come to one individually. So the first one is on January 16th at 6 p.m. and it's called Building Foundations of Caregiving and Supporting Independence. And this is all an education series with the Alzheimer's Association. So there'll be somebody there from the Alzheimer's Association. Wow. They'll have resources, and you can meet other people who are going through the same thing, and you can talk with them and kind of build a support network.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the second one is February 20th, Communicating Effectively and Responding to Dementia-Related Behaviors.
Gotcha.
And if you've ever had anyone with dementia or Alzheimer's in your life, sometimes the behavior, you just don't know how to respond to it. So this will give people some tools for doing that.
It's also a really good one, too. I mean, just for people that work in customer service, because you don't realize that, dementia is not always that last step. There's multiple progressions, and you never know when you're going to encounter somebody who does have early stages of dementia.
Really don't.
If they're aggressive, how do you deal with it? All that stuff is so important.
And you may not understand why are they acting this way, and this is, maybe a great way to be able to kind of figure out
and destigmatize it away. Yeah, I mean, 100%. That's very important, Mary. That's a great program.
The third one in the series is March 13th, and that's Exploring Care and Support Services. So this is support and care services for the person experiencing dementia and Alzheimer's and the caregivers.
How does this one work? Is there going to be an expert at each
There will be somebody from the Alzheimer's Association at each one, and they'll be giving the information based on that night's topic. And they'll have resources, handouts, brochures. And then, like I said, you can just connect with somebody else that's there and maybe, make a new friend or make, a connection, somebody that's going through the same thing you are. Because I think people sometimes think I'm the only person going through this, or how do I handle this?
And you feel, I wasn't hands-on, obviously it wasn't a first-hand experience, but just hearing from stories of people, from my great uncle that suffered from that, and just people in general that talk about it. It's those caregivers go through the worst stages of life, because that's your loved one. This isn't a patient. This is your father, your grandfather.
It's emotional, and it's mentally taxing, and it's physically taxing. It's a very physical thing. It's a difficult time, and so we're hoping that this will help people.
I think it'll be good just on the flip side of that, for people to maybe just have that networking opportunity or connection time to maybe see, hey, how do you manage your personal life on top of all of what this entails too? Really cool. One of my buddies is coming into Hayner Library on the 22nd of February. I'm sorry, I'm way ahead. I will get back to January.
I know who you're talking about.
He's my the owl guy.
The owl guy. The owl guy from St. Louis.
Mark
the
Owl
Prowls. Yes.
This guy, Mark's a really cool man.
Yeah.
He knows
very
a
interesting.
lot.
He really does.
And he makes it to work, because sometimes, maybe it's just me, because I take things too personally sometimes, is whenever, if you're do a private, I don't want to say St. Louis, but I've been on tours in Wyoming and other places where you go on some expedition thing, and they kind of talk to you like you're stupid.
Yeah.
Mark makes it to where it's for everybody. It's approachable. You don't feel like you're dumb for asking the question.
Right. Yeah. Well, and he's so passionate about this. He's going to be talking. I guess we should tell people what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
He's talking about, it's called Forest Park Owls Hiding in Plain Sight. And so Mark is an award-winning naturalist, and he's been observing and documenting the lives of these great horned owls who live in the forest park. Yeah. And so he's going to talk about how he found the owls, the basic facts about the species, and then he's going to have a lot of photos and videos and things that kind of illustrate their behavior. And if I remember correctly, he also takes people on owl prowls in Forest Park. Yeah. So this is going to be a great program for the whole family. This is Saturday, February 22nd at 2 p.m. at Alton Square Mall, upstairs in our performance
It goes
room.
Along the lines of loving where you live again. Because, we have a kind of a bad rap here, because obviously our animals aren't as exciting as a grizzly bear. Okay. Right. But you can still learn about the animals that you see in plain sight that you're walking by all the time. That's cool stuff.
Well, and I think owls, maybe this is my inner nerd coming out, but I love owls. I just think they're really, really interesting birds.
They are.
And they're so cool when you see, the fact that they're, silent when they're flying.
Right.
And we have one that lives in the tree across the street from us, and I'm just constantly, I hear it and I'm out looking for it. I just think they're really interesting.
Well, I have two owl stories for you. One, I hit one with my car.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they aren't that smart.
Didn't that scare the heck out of you?
This is even worse, because this was when I was a jerk. This is when I was partying all the time years ago, when I was just getting out of high school. And I was driving down Stamper Lane, and I just was on my phone and picked my head up and boom, clipped that owl. It got stuck in the grill. It was a terrible thing.
Oh, poor little thing.
Yeah, he didn't. It was a big thing. He didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
My car. It was. Oh my God.
I shouldn't laugh at that.
It was not. No. Well, then the other one that's terrible is owls ruined my summer a couple of years ago, and I have to tell you why. And if you have owls living near your house, you know exactly why. My aunt has a deck that I would go over there, and we just she'll smoke a cigarette, I might have one, and we'll just talk or relax, and my cousin might come over. Well, these owls just, I guess, had to feel like they needed to fill up their summer schedule with as much togetherness as possible.
I got it.
Have you heard that noise?
No.
That is disgusting. No. It is so loud. I'm telling you, it sounds like a murder.
Like a fox. Have you ever heard a fox?
It's disgusting. Yeah,
like a fox, you're just thinking, oh my gosh, is somebody hurt? Is something happening? And it's just a fox just screaming, and you're just like, why did they make that noise?
It's terrible.
So, anyway. he's gonna come and talk about all of that, so you can ask him those questions.
Hey, we're giving him a heck of a commercial right now.
We we are. So, but this will be great for the whole family, so everybody can come.
Well, and honestly, how much time kids get off anymore for school, because it seems like it just gets more and more each year. Not to the fault of the school district, but it's just the way the state aligns holidays and all that. And why don't you do something, at least take one Saturday, and stop by the genealogy department, and then stop by the kids' place and teen space and get something to do that's just not on your phone and draining.
I was talking to somebody yesterday who told me that he said, I was just out at the library with my grandkids, and he said, we have a whole routine, and he said, we were just going to pop in and get a couple of movies while I was watching them. And he said, we ended up being there for an hour because he said, they started making a card at the card making station, the holiday card making station. And then they started playing with the toys, and then they went and found their books. And then he said, we spent well over an hour there. And he said, it's just a really great way to spend an afternoon, and it's free.
You're right. And I think that's a big point, because everyone, and I have this conversation all the time now, it seems like it's getting more and more frequent with folks that go, kids just maybe aren't as invested in like libraries, and not just libraries, but community-driven staples that used to be sources for it. Well, parents have to also invest in that routine as well, because you got to start the routine somewhere.
Absolutely.
So take a day and then I'm telling you, once you go for 10 minutes, like you said, it'll turn into an hour and a half.
Yep. And you're going to want to keep coming back.
Gosh,
because it's all, like I said, it's all free. And what's nice about this, the winter's a great time to sort of get in the habit of doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's dark early. There's not a lot going on outside. It's too cold to do anything outside.
Well, and you
so
feel
everything
good
we have
going.
is inside. Yeah.
You aren't going to feel miserable once you leave the library.
Exactly. Exactly.
I've never seen anyone that actually left with like a frown on their face or anything like that. All right, you got a moment to stick around?
Sure,
All right, let's take a break early here. We'll come back and we'll chat with Mary Cordes, and more of our daily show will be coming right around the corner. Hold on, I got to go to this side because I do still have some regular music left. All right, what song do I have left? The Bee Gees.
Oh, okay. Everybody loves the Bee Gees.
Hey, we'll do that. Let's take a look at the White House, and we'll come back with more.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. They probably can never make an Airplane again or a Naked Gun. Those were great movies. They were so fun, especially an Airplane when they're arguing with each other during the terminals. Oh my God!
Could not make those movies anymore.
Liam Neeson's playing Leslie Nielsen in the new. Really? They are redoing the Naked Gun.
I'd never heard that.
The problem's going to be you're going to have to remake a literal classic. That's like trying to step on Monty Python.
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you do that? Yeah,
like good luck doing like a quest for the Holy Grail.
Right,
right.
Today. Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
Well, I do know how you sign up for a great series, and that's by registering at RaynerLibrary.org and calling the number, because on the 18th of January, this is part one of the Reimagining Places of the Past, the Historic Preservation Lecture Series with Dean Klinkenberg. Mm-hmm. Did I get that right?
You did.
Ooh. Yeah. Here we go. All righty. And plotting the future for historic river towns. Now, this is really fascinating. And I'm starting to get really more and more into this because, like on YouTube now, all these really cool documentaries are starting to come up about like founding fathers and like the Louisiana Purchase and how these... And I think this would be so cool to really learn how was a river town set up.
How was it built?
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting about this is if you're reading in the news, as you read along the coastlines, they're having so many natural disasters and insurance rates are going up and things are happening that people are kind of taking a second look at the Midwest. Like, oh, hey, there's fewer incidents happening here. So, this basically is going to talk about how these historic river towns were set up, because rivers were so important to creating our society. And then they went into decline, the Rust Belt and industry started going away. And so what can we do with these towns that were here and how can we reimagine them in today's world?
Well, and too, it's so important because we're on the verge of something here. I keep telling people, you got to stay focused on this because we have such a great corridor with the river, with that freightway corridor, and I learned it from that North Alton Godfrey meeting.
That was that meeting was so interesting. I wish everybody could have heard that presentation.
I've had Bi-State Development on the show a couple of times after that because it's like you don't realize the massive weight of what that could mean for global commerce. No. It's not just us, it's the world.
And it's not some little rinky-dink operation. I mean, this is billions of dollars coming through.
So it's just, this would be really good for you all to be a part of and learn and honestly just kind of seriously discover it.
Yeah, this talked about how we built our earliest communities along the river, what happened in the decline, and what we can do to bring life back to those communities.
Well,
and so it's going to be fascinating.
The core never leaves. Now, the way it happens is different because technology and times change, but the core principles of what made it successful never don't.
Exactly.
So, but also what's cool, and we were talking about this during the break, X's and So's we always mention, but that's pretty much full every time. Isn't it?
That's a good one.
That's on the 7th and the 21st of January.
Yep.
Also, though, the iCache, this is where it's kind of fun. I kind of got this vision going now where you could make a TV show out of this.
Okay.
Where you have instead of like Antique Roadshow, everyone comes up and they get right next to the computer screen and they hit the button.
Oh, see how much you have coming to you.
Mine would say negative $14.
Mine would say you need to write a check to the Illinois State Treasurer's Office. Right.
On the 23rd from 1 to 4, iCache. Discover what's yours with the Illinois State Treasurer's Office. How does this work?
Okay, so the Illinois State Treasurer's Office is going around a lot of times to libraries and city halls, things like that. And they're coming in, they're setting up a computer, and the Illinois State Treasurer's Office currently holds almost $3.5 to $4 billion in unclaimed funds for Illinois. It's an enormous amount of money. Wow. And so a lot of these are money that, maybe like an insurance, someone passed away and there's insurance money that was there, or a stock dividend, a yield or something like that. And so there's money sitting out there that people may not even know that they own, that could have been, left in their name by someone who's deceased, or it could have been theirs. And so you can come out to the library from 1 to 4 p.m. on Thursday, January 23rd. A representative from the Illinois State Treasurer's Office will be there. They will sit down with you. You just need to make sure you bring your photo ID with you. They'll sit down, they'll take a look. It takes just a couple of minutes. They'll take a look, pull up your name, and see if you have any money coming to you. And if you do, they'll help you figure out what the paperwork is you need to fill out to claim it. So
really cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's pretty. Some of this is pretty complicated. So to have some help on this would be.
Yeah, it's going to be nice, and it's a free program and service. That'll be at our Alton Square Mall Library. So come on out and take a look at that. And we've been trying to partner with a lot more state agencies for things like this. We just had someone from the Illinois Department of Human Resources who came and talked about how to apply for jobs with the state and all the openings that are available. And it's just, we've been trying to partner more with state agencies because patrons are really, this is things that impact them, and that's what we're there for. So
well, and it just shows how important it really is to be a part of those conversations.
Yep.
Hey, we're going to take my grandma because she's got some unclaimed property.
Oh, there you go.
Under $100. Under $100.
Hey, maybe enough for lunch.
You never know. You never know.
Yep.
I think you could go to the boat and double it. I made a joke. I took a picture of all the Christmas money I was going to get for gifts. And I said, all right, time to double it. Let's see if you're getting good stuff this year.
Or just a lump of coal.
Or a lump of a you owe me.
Right.
So also, how's the writer circle going?
Going well. We've got some more coming up. We have Random Prompt, which is going to be January 25th. It's a Saturday from 10 to 12.
That's a specific prompt.
It's a specific, just a writing prompt, and you'll get one, and then you take off from there. In February, we have love poems.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then I have no idea what March is. I need to find this out. It's called Pantuam poetry. I have no idea. I should have looked that up before I came down here.
In some countries, they might take offense to saying something like that.
Exactly. I know. I'm like, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I have no idea. So,
oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, that'll be in March. I'll know more. By the time March gets here, don't worry, I'll know more, and I'll be able to.
You shall see us a couple of more times.
Yeah.
But for all of you folks out there that didn't get to experience the first one, Haunted Hayner.
Yes. So we had so many people that wanted to sign up for this that we thought we'd go ahead and bring it back again. So this will be Wednesday, January 29th from 7 to 9 p.m. We're going to have Alton Odyssey Tours coming, and Sharon Ludke, who is the owner of the McPike Mansion, and they're going to talk about the hauntings in the McPike Mansion. We're going to talk about...
my mom got hit by a ghost at the McPike Mansion.
Seriously?
She lives by this story.
Oh my gosh.
And she's a big ghost person, and she's honest. Like, she is a critic of ghost hunting tours. She will tear them up to shreds. Like, this guy was full of crap, Well, they went to McPike Mansion. It was an overnight, and she really did. She got hit. She felt someone smack her in the back of the head and looked up, and some ghost figure was in front of her. I swear she lives by it. That's been 10 years. She'll never change that story.
Well, maybe, you know what? If she wants to come, she can come and talk about it.
Tell the story, the survivor story.
She can come and talk about that. So. Oh my gosh.
I am so not getting any Christmas gift.
So this will be for patrons 18 and older. We're going to come. People can come and learn about the McPike Mansion, learn about getting smacked in the back of the head by a ghost at the McPike Mansion. We'll also talk about a little bit of the history of the library, and then why Alton is so haunted. We'll do Ghost Talk 101, and then we'll actually do a little bit of ghost hunting in the genealogy and local history library.
And I learned this from the last time. With equipment you can check out at the library
in our library things.
That?
That's right. We've got a ghost hunting kit.
So on the 11th of February, the Hayner Cookbook Club is coming back around the corner. I want to talk about this because it is newer.
It is newer.
We don't really need to talk about it too much longer because people are
coming to it. People are really liking it. So we had one last Wednesday, and it was appetizers. So people for the holidays, we have a cookbook that we display at the circulation desk at the Alton Square Library. People can come in, take a look at the cookbook, and kind of make a dibs on a recipe, and then we'll make a photocopy of that recipe. You go back home, you make it, and then you bring your recipe back on the specific date. In this instance, it's going to be February 11th from 6 to 7:30. And in February, last month, in December, we're doing it every other month. In December, we did appetizers, and in February, we're doing soups. So soups, stews, chowders, chilies.
I got to ask this question. Have you had someone in yet that goes, God dang, Gene, that was the worst recipe I have ever had.
No, we haven't had that. But what we have had, although I'm telling you what, every once in a while, I'll make something and I'll think,
oh, you're right. Don't you get so excited about it?
I know.
It's the worst feeling in the world.
I know, when you're so excited about making something and it doesn't turn out and you think, oh, what did I do wrong?
Hey, a little liquid smoke goes a long way coming from your friend.
A little goes
your
a very
friend
long
CJ
way.
Nasello ruined the crock pot almost. It's almost like singed into the porcelain.
Really? Gosh. Well, this one's going to be every soup, stew, chili, and chowder you could ever crave. That's the name of the book. It's going to be 101 Greatest Soups on the Planet by Aaron Milroe. So
and I'm not being like funny about it or like sentiment or kind of like stretching here, but for so many younger people that don't have, there's a lot of people that don't know how to cook or didn't have that.
Right.
And Google can only get you so far because it can't give you the personal feedback and all that.
Yep. And that's what's great about this. So people,
this is great.
People come, they bring their recipes, everybody talks about it, but then they also talk about cooking tips and hints and what can make your life easier, what's a shortcut, what's the best way to do this, that, or the other, and it's just really helpful.
Well, and we talk about all the time around this time of year is like the sense of community. Yeah. And I think sometimes, especially my generation here, thinks there's not a big community for them, but that's because we haven't opened ourselves up to different experiences.
Something like this is great.
This is how you grow your own sense of community in a really cool way.
Yep. And what I love about it, it's people of all ages that are coming to it. So we were last Wednesday. So this takes place at the Alton Square Library downstairs in the library in the multipurpose room. But at the same time that this was going on, the cookbook club was going on, we had Mike Roberts, the meteorologist, was presenting a program
He's
upstairs.
Such a nice
He's
guy.
such a nice guy. So Mike, I'm getting set up for that. And two ladies showed up with their crock pots and they said, is this the book club? And I said, no, but what you got in that? I'm like, it could be if there's some good stuff in there. What you could just leave it right here if you want. But we had two ladies who brought these big trays of things, and they were really looking forward to it.
It's got to be cool though for like you guys as a staff, especially because you guys see the library system all the time and you're around it, to see such activity going on, especially right now in a sense where maybe some libraries don't experience that foot traffic.
Yeah, right. And what's great about it is sometimes, we do have a core group of people that come to our programs and we're so appreciative of that. But you'll get somebody new and you'll think, oh, what made you want to come? And it's like, well, it sounded new. It sounded fun. It sounded like something I might want to do. And it's really great to see those people then become library patrons and use the library because that's what it's for. So
100%.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
One last thing, and I wanted to touch on it. It was part 2 of that, Saving the Best of Southwest Illinois. This is the reimagining places of the past. This is the Heartlands Conservancy.
Yeah.
See, this is why I couldn't be president, because I wouldn't keep going.
Right.
I would just make it a big deal that I messed up, and I would go on a rant for 45 minutes. Okay, so this is again really cool, and here's why. For a little backstory: I had NGREC on this year. This year, and multiple times, but they were talking about the restoration of some of these islands that were happening down the Mississippi River, especially like literally right next to Alton. And this is a really cool conversation to have on that Heartlands Conservancy because it's very vast.
It's big. It's big, and it's really diverse because it's not just prairies.
That's true.
I mean, there's waterways and forests and prairies and fields and family farms and just different types of land that they're conserving all throughout Southern Illinois.
Well, and the cool part about that too is it hosts a really weird, not weird, but a unique and cool biodome.
Oh, for sure.
From amphibians that are endangered.
The chorus frogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and there was something the St. Louis Zoo was doing. It's not with axolotls, but it's with another type of amphibian, but it's a cold water one. Yeah. And just creatures like that were endangered, and now they're getting brought back to life. I mean, this is...
And people may think, well, what's the big deal about a frog? But a frog, the fact that you're bringing something back from the brink of extinction it means that entire biodiversity, that entire ecosystem is coming back, and that is just huge. It's just really, really important for all of us.
I got really blessed because my dad was obviously a microbiology teacher and all that, and zoology, and taught all that stuff. But in school, I had really good teachers when it came to that, because that cycle of life is so important. What happens if all of a sudden everyone gets their wish and there's no more wasps? Well, I can tell you there's going to be a lot more bugs. Or if there's no spiders, there's going to be that. I mean, it's so important to really...
how clean our water is and our air is, and what these things mean, and disease, all of that type of thing. And so they're going to be coming. They're going to be talking about all the dynamic places of ecological, cultural, and community value in Southern Illinois, because it is a pretty diverse place.
It
and
is.
They cover, like I said, a wide range of places. And so they're going to be updating us on their ongoing watershed planning, their conservation work, and especially their Cahokia Mounds initiative. So just kind of what's
That'll
going on.
be really fun,
Yeah,
because
it's
they're
gonna be
doing a lot
interesting.
over there at Cahokia Mounds.
They are. Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think they're working on hopefully trying to get Cahokia Mounds as a national park or national monument.
I don't know why it
something.
hasn't yet.
I know, it
that's
does
kind
make
of
you
a
wonder.
silly.
It does make you wonder. I know they're working very, very hard on that.
You know, and that's always it gets me kind of, it's like people go, we
really do. They really do.
Linda that's out there, she's been on the show. They've been just going nonstop with this interactive display that I think
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I mean, when you think about how old that is and the cultures that were there, and it's just,
it was
it's
here a lot longer than our presidents were, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, it's fascinating.
Very cool. Oh, one last thing.
Sure.
So when did we start dating books?
So I was telling my husband about this. I was like, we're doing speed dating at the library. And he just looked at me. He goes, how does that work? And I said, well, we're going to have these books. And he said, you need to lead off with that. He said, it's speed dating for books, Mary. And I said, oh, right. Yeah, I should probably, that's part of it. So it's find the book of your dreams. We're doing library speed dating. Find the book of your dreams. So if anybody doesn't know what speed dating is a way for people to meet lots of other people, and you go to an event and you sit down and you sit across from someone and you talk to them for about 5 minutes, and then like a timer rings and you move on to the next person. So we thought, well, in February it's Valentine's Day and it's cold and it's dark and there's not a lot going on outside.
That's just my heart.
Yeah, right. So we thought, well, let's do library speed dating for books. So we're going to set up the multi-purpose room like a little restaurant, and we're going to have tables of different genres. And so you can speed date with a book. So you'll go to one table and we'll start a timer and we'll have a whole bunch of books of a different genre on that table. And you can go through, you'll have a little menu. You can write down titles and authors that strike your fancy. And like somebody else is sitting across from you, you can talk with them about writers and authors and books. And then we'll ring a bell and you'll move to the next table, which has a different genre on it. And so it's just a way to find something fun to read in a kind of a fun setting. And we'll have chocolates and all kinds of things there. So, coffee, tea.
I've always wanted to do an SNL skit. I've literally had this in my mind for years, where it was the jealous speed dater. So like every time the person got up and went to the other one, he got up and like punched that guy in the face, and they get, we
won't have that going on.
Because that would be me. Because I always think people are really into me when they talk to me, and I'm like, did you see that? And they're like, they literally asked you what were you drinking?
Right,
they weren't talking. But I think I wouldn't be good for speed dating. But with the books,
they
never tell you no.
The books
they never
would be
say
great.
that you're not good enough.
Yeah, the books would be
Oh,
great.
wait, we did forget one. The winter reading retreat is on that's the 31st.
Yeah, Friday, January 31st from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So you can grab, this will be our first anniversary of doing this. So we've been doing our quarterly reading retreats for a year. And so we're going to have, this is where you can come and you can have a snack. You can do a craft project. This time we're going to be making a winter scene in a jar. So it's kind of like we'll provide all the supplies. Yeah. You create a little winter scene in a jar. You can chat about books. You can talk with people about what they're reading, what you like to read. We'll have hot cocoa and snacks. And then we'll also have reading lists for you. So if you're looking for something new, we'll have all kinds of different suggestions for you. And you can talk with the other people that are there and get suggestions for reading. So you can just come and read too. If you're an introvert and you think, I'm not, the group thing isn't my idea of a good time, but I just need an hour and a half of just quiet time. Just grab your book and sit and read.
When's the last time you've been to the library?
I know it should be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's going to be on January 31st.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Anything else that I'm forgetting about for now?
No, not for now. We've got, like I said, we've got a lot coming up in January, and we hope to see everybody there.
I really like that you put my birthday in your calendar.
Thanks.
No, but that's it. As far as Mondays are concerned, folks, Mary has survived 52 Mondays in a row.
That's right.
Well, actually, a lot longer than that, probably 70 Mondays in a row, but 52 for the full year.
for the year.
That means we got more Mondays to start, and I hate when people go, "I'll see you next year." I'll see you in a week, Mary.
I'll see you in a week.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Well, until then, try your best to stay out of jail.